welcome to Apple. I'm Stevie Jobs okay, so welcome to Lara the Beaut. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, because I haven't made a video since December. I just got really lost in Christmas and just time got away. So yeah, I hope you're having a good start to the year, or year to the start, whatever. Okay, so I just thought I'd come and do this look that I wore a lot in January. I tend to wear a lot of neutral or like a nude makeup in January. I think it's because of all the glitter and all the red lipstick in like December, and by January it's like kind of I have to tone it down a bit. So I am wearing a lot more colour now because it's March, it's nearly spring, but I just really wanted to do this look and I used some of the things that I've been loving lately. So I used the Snap Shadows from Fenty in, yeah, this one, it's the deep neutrals. I really liked this one, and just a few other things. So thumbs up please if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed. If you're newly subscribed, thank you so much for subbing. I noticed that a lot more people subscribe when I'm not posting, so shall I just not post for like 3 years and maybe I'll get like hundreds of thousands of subs. Yeah, so I don't post on Thursday and Sunday. I won't be posting on Thursday and Sunday this year. I'll just kind of post whenever I want, because I just don't like too much structure, I found. And yeah, so it kind of killed my vibe. Sometimes I'd want to post on like a random day and I'd have to wait for like a Thursday or Sunday, because apparently that's good for your channel if you post on a specific day, or I don't know, but I'm just gonna do what's easier for me, because you know that will mean I am more consistent. Thank you for watching. Let's get into the look. Okay, so I've done my skincare and everything. I've already moisturized, so I'll just go ahead and prime using this. Is the Touche Eclat primer from YSL. So just take 2 pumps of this. I usually use 2 pumps. Yeah, so 2 pumps. So I'm just gonna, yeah, so I'm just spreading this out across here. So I am going for a natural glowy look. So naturally I will use, this is from Guerlain. It's the L'Essentiel. Might be saying that wrong because I didn't take French, but you know, it's the Natural Glow foundation and I really love this one, especially for this look. So I'll use just a bit more than I usually use because I'm using a beauty blender. I know that I'll use more because you just tend to use a lot more foundation when you use a beauty blender. So I'll just go ahead and start to blend this into my skin. It's a little bit warm. I think the shades in the range run quite warm, but yeah, so I'm just going to blend this in, bounce this on. So happy new year. I don't know if I already said that, but happy new year. I just feel like it's been such a crazy year already, like what's happened so far. I mean, personally, I've actually been in like such a good space, you know. I've just been, ever since the new year, like I actually felt a shift on January 1st. Like I've just been in like a really good vibe. I just feel such like calm and peace and just vitality and clarity. I don't know, just all of the good things, and I thought it would wear off, but it hasn't. So that's partly why I haven't even posted. I've just been reveling in just good vibes. I can't really explain it, and it just feels like a grace, you know. Yeah, so I haven't really been like meditating every single day, not like last year, you know. That's when, I think last year, that's when I was just meditating all the time. They say that that's how you know that your life is in shambles, when you actually take meditation seriously. I feel like last year was so bad. I think 2019 was probably the worst. Well, I think 2013 was worse, but 2019 was a close second, you know. Although I don't really like to look at things as good or bad, really, because I feel like it's all a process, you know. Like, for example, if you look at a pregnant woman and you just walk into her life when she's in labor, and maybe you're not from this planet, you'll just think that she's in pain, like, oh my gosh, she's in pain, but she's having a baby, and it's just always a process. I feel like there's always a bigger picture, which we don't usually have the foresight or bird's eye you know, advantage of looking at things because we can't really see. Yeah, so I'll just say that it was a more challenging year, but this year seems to be going good. I feel like internally I am at peace, but then like the world, it just seems to be going through something. I don't think I need to say, you know, everything that's happened already. Like, we've already been through so much and it's only March, but it's just really weird, you know, the contrast. But there have been times when internally I'm just in such turmoil and everything seems so good outwardly, so, you know, that's really interesting. So usually I use a brush. I'm more of a brush person when it comes to foundation, but a few days ago I used a beauty blender for this foundation and the difference was so noticeable. Like, it just looks a lot more natural, just looks a lot more flawless. Some foundations you can't really tell, but this one I feel like is a beauty blender foundation. Sometimes I use a brush still and then just go over with a beauty blender. Oh, I forgot to mention the shade of this. It's 05W, so I don't know if you can see, but it's 05W. So this is my foundation on. Hopefully you can see that it does really give a natural glowy finish. So I love that. It's got some really good ingredients as well, but I won't go into that because I will review this foundation. I've got so many foundations to review, but I will get to it. So concealer, I'll use this. It's from Hourglass. It's the Vanish Airbrush concealer. It's the newest concealer. I absolutely love this. This is already my favorite, like one of my favorite products from this year. So I've been really loving this too. The shade is Maple. It's actually recommended 3 dots under the eye because it's got such good coverage, but I think I tend to use a bit more. Maybe I like to go like this, you know. Let me just get a bit more. I like to do 3 swipes or strokes under the eye. You really need just the smallest amount, which is a good thing because it's quite expensive. Obviously it's like Hourglass. I'm just going to highlight the usual points on the top there and just a bit there as well. And a bit on the chin too. Yeah, so this actually might be, you know, too much, but hopefully not. So I like to go on and put my contour on as well. I've been using this. It's the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra. It's a stick foundation. It's in the shade Cafe. So I like to use this to contour. It's a bit warm, but it's not too bad. Only need a bit because it is a foundation, but I just really like the way it blends out. So gorgeous. Maybe a bit there as well. So I'm using a brush to blend my concealer out. My camera cut off before I blended this, but that's all I've done is just tap that on. I love the tone of this concealer. It's got that really nice yellow tone and blends like a dream. Super duper good coverage as well. Yeah, so okay, so I don't really watch TV, you know, at all, but you know, I have my shows that I like to watch. I love movies and everything, but I'm especially not a fan of reality TV. So I just want to say that before I say I think I was internet pressured into watching Love is Blind, and it's just so bizarre. I just find it really just like the whole time I was just like, what? It's basically about people that are looking for like real love, to get married and everything, but in such a short period. Yeah, so you could literally be engaged to someone after a week of speaking to them, and that's the thing, you don't actually see the person. It's all about connecting on a non-physical level. I just find the whole thing so bizarre. Like, it's so weird. Yeah, so I just find it really, really weird. So see how this concealer is flawless, like so good. I just like how it blends out. What was I saying? yeah, so Love is Blind. I watched the whole thing, but in a way that you can't help but watch a train wreck. You know, so it was quite interesting. I mean, it was nice to watch some of the couples together, like Cameron and Lauren. So you don't actually see the person until you get engaged. Until after you get engaged to each other through the wall that you've been speaking to each other across from. Okay, so I think it's a really good show for reality TV because that's what you need. You need something that is so bizarre, and this show is literally so bizarre. Because in real life, when you meet someone and you click and you have chemistry, by day 5, you're not thinking, oh my gosh. You are thinking, oh wow, my god, I think they're the one, and oh my god, I love you. Like thinking, not like love you. But on the show, day 5, you click and you like each other, and I guess the next thing is you get engaged. You know, the guy asks you, and then you meet. I'm taking an angled brush and I'm just blending out my contour. You know, just kind of buffing it upwards like I usually do. So I think my makeup routine is not too different from last year, except I didn't reverse contour, so I've been skipping that reverse contour step, so I don't put any concealer there. I think the foundation is enough to make like a contrast. Sometimes I will take my concealer brush and just run it below there. Yeah, so I just buff in here as well, just push it into my hairline. See, this concealer still hasn't creased, which is amazing. I mean, I always set my concealer, but I just love this one for somebody who doesn't set their concealer, because some people don't set their concealer because maybe you have dry under eyes. I'm just going to do a subtle nose contour. Yep. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Love is Blind. I just don't see it. I just think it's just weird and bizarre. Not that you can't meet somebody that way, because a lot of people meet in different ways. I'm not cynical about love even. I believe in love at first sight, actually. Not really sight, but just like a knowing, like you just know sometimes, you just know. But I think that if it happens naturally, I just stopped doing my makeup and was just talking. So this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I'm sure you thought that I wouldn't use, but it never ever, you know, misses a makeup routine. So I'll just put this on the highest points of my face, which is what I use it for. When I'm not using the Natural Glow foundation, I still love my Airbrush Flawless foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. When I use that, I like to use this underneath, and it just gives any foundation just a radiance, a bit on the nose, just you know, just the usual places where I highlight. If you don't watch this show, I probably just sound like I'm wasting your time, so that's all I'm going to say about Love is Blind. But oh, I love this Hollywood filter. So there we go, it just looks even more radiant. Okay, so I love that. So I'm going to set my concealer. So I'll use the Fenty Pro Filter Banana Powder. Okay, so I don't set my whole face with this, so I just literally go under here and tap it there, just in the crease, and I like to bring it down here as well, because that's where I tend to sweat and just release oils. Yep, so we're all good. Okay, so for the rest of my face, I've been loving this powder. It's from Lara Mercier. It's the Candleglow Sheer Perfecting Powder. It's in shade medium 4, so this just gives a really nice finish to your face, like literally candle glow to your face. So it looks like this. It really reminds me of the ambient powders from Hourglass. It's just a really beautiful powder. I like to put it on like this, just kind of tap it on. When I wear a foundation that is more matte, I kind of sweep it on, but I just love doing this. Love, 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 love. Okay, so I'm almost done with my base, but I will go in with a bit of bronzer. So I'll use my usual Huda Toasted bronzer. I like to use this brush, you know, and just go like that. Just a bit of bronzer here. What was I saying? I think I might get the Fenty bronzers because, you know, I think that I prefer the shade of this, but as far as texture goes, those Fenty bronzers are so just more buttery, and I just prefer the texture of that, but I like the colour of the Huda Toasted bronzer. Just, come on. Yeah, so just add a bit to the forehead, you know, around there. I like to do that to my nose. Okay, so this is my base done. This is what I've been doing. I rarely do a powder highlight. I like to keep everything mostly liquids and creams and Candleglow powders, you know. I mean, I just am a more liquids and creams kind of hoe. And everything will look a lot more radiant once I set my makeup with a bit of Fix Plus. But now I'll just do my brows, to kind of frame my face a bit more, and then I'll just move into eyeshadow. So I'm still using this from Kat Von D. It's the Longwear brow pomade. It's the 24-hour one in dark brown, so nothing's changed there. So I'll just go ahead and use this. I'll do my brows off camera just to save time. So I'm going to prime my eyelids with this. It's from NARS. It's their eyeshadow base in medium dark. So this is something that I've been trying out. I like my what is this? This Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I think I actually prefer that one to this. It does give good coverage if you have like darker lids, which I do, so I like it for that reason. I'm using this, it's from Fenty, it's one of their Snap Shadows. This is number 3, and this is the deep neutrals, so that's the deep neutrals, and that's what they look like. Such pretty shades. I love this so much. So I knew that I wanted to get one of the neutral ones because they've got the neutrals and then they've got the deep neutrals, which are actually deep neutrals. So this would be neutral for somebody with even much deeper skin than I. I just like a bit more colour to my neutral look, so that's why I went for this one. Although when I went into Fenty, I actually gravitated towards the just the neutrals, not the deep neutrals. So those neutrals would actually make a really good neutral look for me, but I just like a bit more colour, so I just picked this one. Okay, so I'll just start with this one called Nude Booty. So I won't use the orange. I don't really want any orange. Yeah, so this is called Nude Booty. I'll just start with it there. I swear Rihanna just makes these names herself. Like, you can actually see it. She just always has some really fun names of like the shadows and just all of the products. So this is just going here above the crease and just gonna kind of buff it out, blend it all out. This is a very simple eye look. It's not anything too like intricate. It's so basic. So we're just gonna take it out like so. But I think that everybody at Fenty is just so fun, you know, because whoever runs the like the PR, the Instagram page is hilarious. They've always got these hilarious captions. Okay, so I've just done Nudie Booty on this side as well. Just taking it out like so. Bringing the rest or whatever's left on the brush back in here, but mainly just making out the shape of the eye. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in the crease to add a bit more, you know, depth and just contour with Shots Fired, which is this. This is Shots Fired. I think that I was a bit late to Fenty makeup, but I really like it. I like Fenty makeup. I'm not really in love with it, honestly, but I think it's a really good. I love the shadows. They work nicely. I'm not a fan of the packaging, of any of the Fenty packaging, to be honest, like, just being frank. But I do like the products very much. Somebody said, there's so many opinions on YouTube. Somebody said that they don't respect Fenty as a brand because they don't respect any brand where the person behind it is not a makeup artist and knows little about makeup and just sits in a chair and gets their makeup done. But I mean, I usually don't like to pay attention because an opinion is an opinion based on whatever facts the person thinks they know. I just strongly disagree with that. I understand that some celebrities will just slap their name on a brand just because of their name and not even know what's going on in the background. I think Fenty is completely the opposite of that, with Rihanna being, she's a well-loved like pop star, not even like a R&B singer, like pop star, you know? She is a woman of colour, a black woman, you know, and it counts for so much more because she doesn't have to do the makeup thing, and she is a girly girl. You can tell that she knows something about makeup. Even if you just sit there and different people do your makeup, countless people do your makeup over the years, you will pick up something just even visually, like you will see, oh, this is good for this and that's good for that. And if you are smart, which I think Rihanna is extremely intelligent, you will ask questions, you know? So, oh, it's not just one of those things where somebody slaps their name on a makeup product, you know? It's called Fenty. That's her surname. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down here too on the same brush. I'm just going to smudge it down. So I just went with Shots Fired on this eye as well. I hope that they're even, I don't know, but now I'll just go in for Heaven Sent, which is this here. So with the shimmer shades, I'll use a bit of Fix Plus just to get maximum payoff. I like to just wet my brush with these shadows. With the shimmers, I love the Fenty shadows. I think they blend into each other really, really nicely. I'm not getting any fallout. Bring this down here as well, you know, just for there. And just all the way into the inner corner as well, and then take it up again. There. Okay, lastly, for nearly the whole lid here, I'll use Smash or Pass. Okay. Yeah, so that's Smash or Pass. Take this. This was a challenge on YouTube. I remember a lot of couples channels did the challenge. Gonna dab that onto my eye. I think I should have used a denser brush because this brush, not the best, but yeah, so gonna put this all over the eye there. I'll do a shadow wing. Sometimes I line just my eyes, but today I'll do a shadow wing, and I use this brown called No Fudge Given. I just pick some up using an angled brush like so. Just right on the tips. That's not funny. Do a wing just outside here, but I won't take it too far out. Yeah, so I won't take it into here. I'll just leave it here, which is where I usually leave my wing. I don't usually take my wing in here. So I've just put some eyelashes on. I usually just go with my wispies. These are not them, which is why I struggled a bit. So the wispies are just so much easier, but this is what I've done today. So I'll just go down here with a bit of mascara and then I'll just do my lips after that. So this is literally one of my favourite lip combinations to wear. So this is a chestnut lip liner and this lipstick from MAC as well. It's called Kinkster and this was my favourite thing to do in January as far as makeup, you know, a nude lip. So first I like to just line my lips with the lip liner, but I don't like an overly defined lip when I do this lip. Just a bit of definition along my lip line, just for a bit of definition, because I don't really like it to look like I've got lip. Let me just be quiet, okay? I just don't like it to look too defined, like, okay, so there's a lip pencil and there is the lip stick. Okay, so just definition. So then I take the lipstick, that's what it looks like. Such a gorgeous, like, true nude shade. I think it's quite new from MAC, so maybe like it came out last year or something. Go on it, right in the center. So this is the lipstick on. I just want to say I still go in and blot, even though Kinkster is a matte lipstick. With all the matte lipsticks from MAC, I like to just blot, you know, then it becomes like a true matte. So usually I like to leave the lips just matte, but sometimes I like to wear a gloss, so I will wear a lip gloss today. And the gloss that I've been loving is this one from Kevyn Aucoin. It's the Glass Glow Lip is what it's called. It's very much like the Glass Glow face ones. You know, they've got the one in bronze spectrum, the pinky one, and this one is crystal clear. I just put a bit on my hand. It has like a purple shift, which doesn't affect the colour of your lipstick. I think it just helps with the glossiness of it all, but I absolutely love this. I like to use a lip brush. And then I just apply it on. Just apply it, you know. Oh my god. Only need a bit of this lip gloss. Okay, so this is the lips with the gloss on, which I absolutely adore. You know, when a nude lip, nearly the same color as your skin, and you know, to make it glossy, I just love the whole vibe. It looks so good on it, different skin tones. I love the way it looks on like white girls and just like any kind of skin tone. When it's like this and it's glossy, I just love that so much. So this is basically the look. I feel like my skin looks a bit bumpy. That's because I just shaved my face today, so that's why. It's usually like really smooth. I'll just go ahead and do some touch-ups. I always go back and touch up my face. I don't usually show that, but just, you know, just powder where it needs to be powdered. This Fix Plus coconut one. I'm trying out the coconut one because I had the rose one before, but I love this. It's not very coconut smelling, you know, but still love it. So I'll just go ahead and do me dot drops. Okay, so I just kind of zoomed out just for a different perspective. So yeah, so this is the look finished. I hope you liked the video. Please thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed. I post on, well, I post whenever I want to now, but I do post frequently now. I definitely post more to my Instagram, but I will post to YouTube as well if you just want to keep it here. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions, or just any comments about the makeup, anything you'd like to say. And I'll see you in my next video, which is probably a soft glam look, or I think I'll do February favorites first, then I'll do the soft glam using Mercier's palette with ABH, which I'm so obsessed with. So thank you so much again for watching. See you in my next video.